Good morning, everybody. May the 30th, on the back of another bank holiday. I think I've done 3 shows on the back of a bank holiday. I'm not complaining. Um, so let's kick off straight away, Phil. This warmed the cockles of my heart. It's Tuesday at 9:51. The kettle's on, the coffee's being prepared, and I'm in the mood at my contact center geek on. I love that. And like you've got my coffee on. I even went a bit posh today. Look. And yes, look. Danny, yes, I saw the VT. Good. Did you like it? VT, baby. Hi, Phil. And there she is. Hello, campers. The contact center's rare sunshine, Bev Hughes. Hey up, all. Talking to coffee. There's my man, Dan. Um, let's not mention the football, Dan, shall we? Yes, Craig. Morning, sports fans. Yo, there's Erica. TEDx talker, no less. Oh, posh coffee. Yeah, I know. I need to speak to you, Dan. My machine's, I've got a light on it, so I don't know what's going on. Um, hey, Cameron, all the way from Australia. So thank you. Good evening, my friend. I was going to say, actually, this is an interesting one for you, perhaps, is in a vein of getting to know each other. Say hello in the comments. A lot of you already have. Thank you so much for that. As I don't know about you, but we had a glorious bank holiday weather-wise. So are you a summer or winter person? Yeah, what's football? I see. I see. Say no more, Dan. Say no more. We will not mention it. It's not to be discussed. So, where are you? Shout me later, we'll get it sorted. Yeah, I know you. You're the man. You all are over at Nespresso. So where are oh, sorry. Hey Sharon, how are you? Good morning. Are you a summer or winter person? Are you looking forward now to the sun, thinking yee-haw, or are you what did I just do? Yeehaw. Or are you Erica's firmly with the sun? Kerry also summer all of the way. Bev, summertime. Love it. For winter with a few Sundays of sun sprinkled in during June. Nice, nice. So let what? Okay, it seems like summer is definitely what we're after. So let's now. Okay, hold on. Increasingly summer as I get older. Going to be a retiree on a beach someday. Oh, that's the dream, isn't it? Is it a cop out to like both? No, not at all. Not at all. Um, Dan, autumn, cold days, bright in a pub with a roaring fire, mint. Yeah, that's and summer. Sharon is with summer. Look at Danny though, painting pictures with his words again, isn't he? Okay, so do you remember that I had some other girls for work experience? I collected some of their questions. You know, if you followed, I had my stepdaughter Melody and 2 of her friends. So one 17-year-old, 2 16-year-olds, and they came and worked with me for a week, came on this show, and I collected some of their questions. And one of their questions that they asked me in Costa, which became our second office, disappointingly for my bank account, this was one of the questions they asked, and it's today's question because I thought, again, you guys with your brilliant minds, what for you does a great customer experience look like? And that can be just your own personal appearance experience, or it can be as a consumer, or it can be with your work hat on. What do you think, or what for you does a great customer experience look like? And as you can imagine, being asked this question, naturally, I kind of threw that back to the girls because they are now, of course, customers. Here's the man, Jordan. Good morning, all. Popped in to say hi, but unfortunately back to back today for the most part. He's a very busy man, is Jordan, a key member of our team leader community. Awesome fella. Okay, so everybody, what for you does a great customer experience look like? What are the building blocks? What are the key things that for you say you must have this to be considered a great customer experience? Erica is kicking us off. It has to be personalized. I love that. Danny, two parts. Number one, did I leave the interaction happier than when it started? Number two, is there a wow moment, something I didn't expect? Two two great comments, Erica and Danny. Thank you for kicking us off. Um, Erica, I guess from a personalized point of view, is that they can reference something that you've interacted with the company before that you kind of straight away makes you think, oh, they know who I am. And Danny, how do you deliver this second part all of the time? How do you deliver a wow moment every time? Here she is. Yo, yo, yo. Neza in the house. I should have the video. I should have your rap prepared every time. Responsive and easy. Nice. Talking to effort there. As for what does a good experience look like, I'd say it's where the customer is able to travel down the path of least resistance and leaves with issues resolved. Thanks, Jordan. Echoing Neris there around ease. Um, Something uniquely human that would inspire me to tell a story about it. Yes. Yes, Cameron. And I think that kind of uniquely human is, again, talking to Erica's point, right, about personalization, make me feel like I am a person. And hot off the press, Erica, my need, something specific to me. Empathy, if there is an issue. Asking something about me as a person, as we often automate people like we are robots. Very true. And Sharon, exceed rather than meet. Love it. And make it straightforward and simple. And I think that's kind of, we've got here simplicity, low effort, resolving things, but with a human touch. Um, how how do we how does it get so complicated? Why has it become complicated? Just the sheer level of complexity that we're dealing with. Um, okay, well, it doesn't have to be big, just unexpected. I remember finalizing my home. The estate agent gave me the keys, but they also gave me a tea bag, bucket, packet of biscuits and a mug. You can tell I like biscuits. Packet of biscuits and a mug, so I could have a brew in my first home. That will always stay with me. Isn't that nice? And to your point, yeah. And also Cameron's kind of you're telling a story about it, right? Great is expensive. Just make it not crap. Consistently inconsistent, repetitive, apathetic, and painful. I love that. Great is expensive. Just make it not crap. Consistently inconsistent, repetitive, apathetic, and painful. No, we don't want that, do we, Neris? We don't want crap. That's not what we're about. Phil, good experience is getting that issue solved without challenge, leaving a positive impact on the customer. Challenging depending on the issue and the person. And so true. And I guess especially in your world, Phil, where people are talking about emotive subjects like their home, the services that you provide, and I guess when I look at challenging an issue and person, you can't help but think about vulnerability and the increased percentage of our population that we can now identify or self-identifies as vulnerable, right? Simplicity and personalized from Dan. As a customer, if I'm honest, I just want the back end of the journey to match the marketing. So true. And great to bring in that concept of marketing, Dan. You know, you kind of this if it doesn't match, it makes you feel worse, doesn't it? Craig. Hello, I love Craig. When I need something, I shouldn't have to work for it. Often the process is designed to stop a business loss, not support a customer's needs. You guys are so lyrical. These are great comments. Hello, Phil. Interesting to note that a lot of comments refer to customer experience against the backdrop of an issue, complaint, problem. Is that the measure of great customer experience, the ability to react to an issue? Really good question, Phil. And I wonder sometimes whether that's when you see true customer experience, right? When things go wrong. Bev answering my question here. Thank you, Bev. It got complicated when organizations tried to speed things up so as to save money. They then threw the baby out with the bathwater. Very true. Ah, here he is. Hello, Clayton. Good morning, Marty, and everyone. Oh, don't call me Marty. Now, Clayton, I hope you don't mind. I loved your post this morning on LinkedIn, and I put it in the team leader community about one-to-ones. It was brilliant. Danny, if I call with a billing query and you fix it, that is not what I would call good service. That's expected. That is the absolute baseline for service for me. And I definitely think that's true. I think we would all sign up to that, Danny, wouldn't we? Is kind of the bare minimum isn't great customer experience. Hard to have a good experience when the organization has just taken your kids into care or given you a parking ticket, but we aim to make the journey painless, even if there is going to be some pain at the end. Very, very, very true. When you're dealing with difficult situations, it can sometimes feel strange to say this is a great customer experience because the subject and the content isn't great. But in terms of us delivering and holding someone's hand through that process, then it doesn't have to be all bad, does it? Do you think we're generally getting it right, or we've still got work to do? If I think about my own interactions and coming across people in the industry, it kind of skews our um, judgment a little bit, doesn't it? A bit biased to think actually we're doing a good job. But what do you think, Erica? People are conditioned for the fight when they get in touch, as usually something has happened, such as a mistake, a problem, cost. This, however, creates an opportunity to make a great impression straight away through positive language and doing what's being asked. Plus, we need to invest more in agents through training, apprenticeships, etc. Yes, we do. What a lovely, lovely comment, Erica. And it's true. I think I can remember doing an exercise with a team of agents, and we were trying to imagine what it was like for the customers to ring us that day. And some pointed to the fact that they probably have to get themselves ready. Oh, I'm going to call I'm going to call my bank, and I'm going to go, like it was like a bit of a battle. So I think that's a really good point. Danny, Craig, what? That sounds like you're encroaching into culture territory. Oh, Danny's getting territorial. Bites tongue. Oh, it's kicking off. Um, I feel that across all industries, not just contact centers, we've created a transactional beige experience. That then sets an expectation of what good looks like. So you start to see beige service everywhere. Beige breeds beige. Danny, it's weird. Have you heard of the concept of beige flags? They're not red flags, but they're just beige ones that make you kind of like a little bit, oh, don't quite like that, but it's not a red flag. And I only saw that this weekend. Language is great. Sick of COVID being an issue too, not the customer's issue, and comes back to haunt them during renewals, etc. I'm just seeing that, Erica, raised my hackles. Can if there's anyone still having COVID or anything to do with the pandemic as a response on your IVR, please turn it off. It just doesn't wash anymore. Um, because we've learned, or rather been forced, to self-serve, we only call contact to investigate, complain. That's why CX disappointment is the theme. Oh, Bev, so true. You guys really are clever. Um, Craig, Erica Farmer, are we all agreed that we can remove the mention of COVID from IVRs? God, yeah. Take it off your IVR, please. I nearly hung up the other day. I phoned someone, big company, and it had it on their IVR, and I was like, that it has to be It's just got to be that someone's forgotten. It can't be a real reason. Not anymore. Please. Just looked. Beige flags apparently mean you're a bit bland. It's a TikTok thing, and I'm too old for that platform. No, you're not, mate. If I'm on it, you can be on it. Um, TikTok's great. You can get a little bit lost in it at times. But yes, that is very true, and that's where I saw it. Yes, can we all agree? Take it off your IVR, please. If you haven't checked your IVR for some time, please do it. Because if it mentions COVID, I'm with Craig and Erica here. Take it off. It just ouch. You can get on it. Come on. Right. So as always, guys, you put me to shame with your answers. I wish you'd have been there to answer the girls, because your answers are so much more refined than mine. Now, it is time for another quick VT. Are we ready? So, we are going to get your phones ready. It's time for your input, everyone. So please go to menti.com and enter the code 69164137, or hold your camera up to the screen and you could use that QR code. I have been speaking to the organizers of the Expo. I have another chat with them tomorrow, and they're really keen to try and get people's opinion on the Expo. So let me just move on. What do you enjoy best? What are the things that you love to see at the Expo? So to remember, join menti.com and use the code 69164137, and it's a chance for you to write in what do you enjoy best. What are the things that you I have to admit, I'm not sure this is too helpful, but for me it's just seeing you all, seeing people face to face. So I guess that would be networking, wouldn't it? Is this working? Are you is this working? um Here we go. Collaborative ideas, innovative talks, merch, speakers, getting out of the office, seeing technology, coffee, collaborative ideas, networking, friends, coffee, future gazing. Oh, case studies. Sorry, if you don't mind, I'm still really tired. So freebies, merch, coffee, future gazing, getting out of the office, collaborative ideas, discussion, learning, no sales. What's that one? Case studies, networking face to face, meeting new people, speakers, ideas, free pens, discussion, seeing technology, merch, freebies, learning, interactive setup. That's a nice one. It'll be here before we know it as well. I think it's still November again, isn't it? But I think this can be true for a lot of the things, a lot of the face to face meetings and conferences that we have. But I think you've got everything there. Free pens. You can't get enough free pens and um, like squidgy things. Awesome, brilliant. Okay, let me just catch up with a few comments because I missed a couple here. So Clayton responding to Erica, I think, who was saying, let's train, we need to invest more. Lack of proper training and shortcuts is a big issue. Try applying for a Schengen visa. The poor agents have no idea what's going on and take the brunt of all the frustrated customers. Very sad, and due to lack of training. Also, is you're not running customer service apprenticeships with great providers, then you are missing a trick. It builds CS mastery, empathy, craft, etc., and the real difference. I'm not an apprenticeship provider, but chaired the Trailblazer on behalf of the industry. I have seen apprentices do really well where I was before BPA. So I'm a fully paid up member of that fan club, Erica. Free pens has got to be Steve Sullivan. Is it, Steve? I feel like I'm letting Steve down. He keeps getting close to me physically along the A34, learning how tall people are in real life. Well, not me. Let's just get that out of the way. So when people meet me, I'm often told I'm a lot shorter than people imagine. Irrelevant of the colour of your CV. Just be kind in your delivery. So true, Leah. So true. Dan likes a pen. I've got some team leader community and get out a rap freebies. You have to do a live gal from the Expo this year. Well, that would be good. That's a great idea. Thanks, Phil. I'm stealing that for tomorrow. As a psychologist, I love that stress balls are a standard contact center gift. Sets the psychological expectation that the industry is tough. Reminds me when they used to physically give you a sick bag when you got on planes, then wondered why so many people got sick. That's true. They don't have. Do you have to ask for them now? You have to be quick. That's a very, very good point. I've got juggling balls. That's my best pickup gift actually from an expo or a conference. That's another question then. What's the best gift you've got? It can be a pen, but what's the best? You can deliver amazing virtual training, True. There's no excuse for not investing. Sorry, we'll get off my soapbox now. That's fine, Erica. No problem. You're going to come into the community as well, aren't you? And do a bit of share some of your share some of your expertise with the team leaders. I was wearing my gal t-shirt this weekend. That makes me very happy. Decorating. Now, if I know Nera, she was probably in the basketball courts of the Valleys, just laying down some 3-pointers and things. We're all in trouble when they hand out sick bags on the calling floor. Yeah, very true. Yes, you are, Erica. Definitely. Okay. So, like I say, what's the best takeaway you've got? Mine was juggling balls. I can juggle. Only 3. No more than I haven't managed to get to 4 yet. So it's time, Phil, if you're still with us, for another VT. Okay, now we can really get our, Phil, to your point, we can get our contact center geeks on, because it's the read along. We are continuing through, we're plowing through, we're persevering. That makes it sound like a bad thing. It's not. But Contact Babel's Decision Maker Guide 2023. We're near the 300s. I keep saying, I looked back on a couple, and I think I've said it's in the 260s for the last three episodes of this show. So it can't be 260s. We've got to be close to the 300s. Oh, here we go. Some more prizes though first. A deck of cards, but with coaching tips on each playing face. No way. That's brilliant. I'd go a very good golf brolly from a big SaaS company comes in useful up north. Can't go wrong with a big brolly. You need a big brolly. Right. So we are now in the world of social media as a customer service channel. So this is the average response times for handling a customer service request via social media. So the red is it takes more than 2 hours. Orange, 1 to 2 hours. Yellow, 15 to 60 minutes. Light green is 5 to 15 minutes. And dark green is within 5 minutes. So you can see that in comparison to last year, Overall, we've got a little bit, well, there's a higher percentage in the more than 2 hours category. Is this due to complexity, or is the difference not that big? We have improved, though, on the within 5 minutes and 5 to 15 minutes. How does this compare with yourselves? What do you think when you're looking at that? So here we go. So despite social media being more prevalent, we've not really moved in any time slot. Correct. I think that's the takeaway. Although I'm not sure what this column is here. Is this 2022 and it's just been moved? Oh, you can't see my cursor, can you? So I'm not sure if there was a bit of an error here. So you got 2021 far right, but far left, is that also 2022? Dennis, hello, sir. How are you? Does this show the volume of interactions and year-on-year adoption? Not as a graph, and the other image that I didn't include actually then was by market. So they showed by all the different verticals, but this was the average response times for handling a customer service request via social media from 2015 to 2022. The process tends to be person, post, comments publicly, standard DM us message. Is this the time to do that message, the DM, or the overall resolution? So from the narrative in this chapter, it is overall resolution rather than just a standard response. More than 2 hours, get on the naughty step. And a third of the respondents said it takes on average more than 2 hours. What is that down to, Neris, do you think? Resourcing, capability, support of technology? Cheers, mate. From Den, no problem. Wider adoption means we are all slicing stats on potentially a lot more interactions. Correct. Or fear of missing out of adopting channels and not serving well. Very, very true. And Dennis, that reminds me, we still need to, talking of merch as well, remember, we still need to get together. So let me know when's good for you. Okay, so let me move on to social media customer contacts that require the use of another channel to be answered fully. Hey, David, how are you doing, mate? More bravery is required from businesses to allow agents to just answer things up front and as publicly as possible. It will build more trust than taking everything to DM. Really, really true. Culture, psychological safety. I'm not picking up the phone as customers will be angry. Very true. Empower them all the time. I'm with you on that one, Dave. So let's have a look at this. Social media customer contacts that require the use of another channel to be answered fully. So you can see that actually the pictures got healthier in that 41% of the time, or 41% of the respondents said in less than 10% of occasions they needed another channel to answer the query fully, all the way up to more than 50%. So 22% of the respondents said that in more than 50% of the time they had to use another channel. This really does my head in. What's the point of having a channel if you are to direct me somewhere else? Very true. And it's kind of to Dennis's point, I think, isn't it? Thanks, Siri. Would love to see how much of this graph is driven by deflection to DPA, GDPR identity checks. Very, very true. It does reference that, Danny. I will share that with you. So, read that requires the use of voice interaction to be answered fully. Yes. Now, this graph's this is gonna blow your mind. Okay. Customers' use of mobile telephony to call a contact center. So this is people still using landlines then. So I don't know why I'm laughing. I'm sure that accounts for a large percentage of the population. So people using mobile phones to contact our industry has increased. In 2016, it was 12% of the 12% of respondents said that they had a customer population sat in 76 to 100% were using their mobile phone to contact the contact center. That has now risen to 48% of respondents chose the highest bracket to say that people were phoning in predominantly using mobile phones. And I guess no surprise, right? Now, Dan is playing devil's advocate. We like this. Is it so bad dealing with a service inquiry in private? I'm kind of okay with that. Yeah, me too. That's likely the improvement in self-serve digital. I think that was for the previous slide, yeah? So, over 8,000, this is what a stat. Over 8,000 people in the UK still have a TV license for a black and white TV only. Not everyone is ready for the next generation. That is mind-blowing. I don't know where to go with that, but 8,000. Why would you only have a black and white TV? Okay, so no surprises here then, really. We're seeing a significant increase in mobile-only contact. And I guess as mobile coverage improves, so is this landline versus mobile, or is it mobile versus other? It's mobile versus landline, Danny. So when customers are contacting us, are they using their mobile phone or are they using their landline? And you can see 48% of the respondents said in 76 to 100% of the time, customers are using their mobile phone to contact us. Does that ring true for everyone watching? In your contact center, are people calling from mobiles rather than landlines? And I guess it would be interesting to see by demographic as well, yeah? Daenerys, to your point, there's people that are more likely to have landlines are probably in the older demographic, I would guess. Okay, let's move on. Our next one, web chat and inbound call lengths, a comparison. So for the phone, 1 to 3 minutes is the quickest, followed by 3 to 5 minutes in yellow. 5 to 10 minutes is pink, and more than 10 minutes is red. So you can see that web chat generally quicker, albeit more sit in the more than 10 minutes. So 24% of respondents said that their call length in terms of time for a web chat was more than 10 minutes, compared to 9% of phones. But I'm drawn to the green here in the web chat. So 9% of respondents said their web chats are dealt with in less than a minute, and 21% said that they were completed in 1 to 3 minutes. So this is about the landline. Oh, that's interesting. Perhaps it's a routine thing. Could I call X? I'll get comfy on the sofa because their queues are long, and call from the house phone. My landlord hasn't had a phone plugged in for 5 years, as I just get sales calls. Interesting, isn't it? Same, but it doesn't stop my provider insisting I dig it out as part of my ID checks. That's true. I got asked for my landline number the other day. I didn't even know I had one. So what do we think about this? Web chat and inbound call lengths. No surprise, because calls are more complex, because they tell the customer to call instead. Hence a quick turnaround. Lol. Very true. Yeah. Thanks for web chatting with us. Can you call us, please? Yes. Now then, web chats that require the use of another channel to be answered fully. So we can see that we have improved so that 46% of respondents said that in less than 10% of the time, the web chat needed to be taken to another channel. And I guess to Neris's point, for other channel, read voice. Assuming a good percentage of web chats under 60 seconds go along the lines of "What's your number? I'll call you." Yeah, Phil. To Dennis, yeah, you and Dennis are thinking along the same lines. Surprised at web chat lengths. I've had a dozen web chats recently, and all were long, slow responses, over 3 minutes between messages. Yeah, that's true. Actually, I've had a web chat. I wonder what they're doing with that, because I've had some web chats where they say the agent will get back to you within an hour. So, advisors clearly doing concurrent chats has got someone else's question on one of them. Yes, very true. Oh no, you got someone else's question on one of yours back, right? Yeah. I think any more than 5 and it gets very difficult for advisors, doesn't it? Anything interesting in this? Web chats that require the use of another channel to be answered fully. Highest, there's the 7%, my favorite. Don't know. 14% of respondents said that happened more than 50% of the time. 50% of my web chat messages are me saying, "Hello, are you still there?" They should have measured that one. Okay, moving on. So this is the use of apps. So use of mobile functionality, an app or mobile website for customer service by contact center size. So this is green is we use it now and we have no plans to replace. Light green is we use it now, we might replace. Light yellow is we're definitely going to implement this within 12 months. Orange will implement this after 12 months, and red is no plans to implement, and grey is my favorite, don't know. So do you have a mobile app on your as your service offering for your customers? And for our industry, the average is 50% say they do. Bev, Danny Wareham, you are pretty chatty, to be fair. It's like the insurance company. You don't even care how far I managed to jump the car. So, what do we think of this? So in large contact centers, 52% of respondents said they've got mobile functionality and app for their customer service, and they're not planning to change it. Well, actually, so it's more like 64% in large contact centers have a mobile app. Invariably, those apps reading through the or the text around it do also have a phone number showing prominently. So again, no real surprises there. Perhaps no real plans to implement. Is that because it's not needed? What do you think of that? Now then, an often forgotten channel is, have I done the same one? I've done the same one. I've made a boo-boo because I was going to do use of SMS for customer service, but I forgot to change it. Now then, let's see. Dennis would love to see the adoption on interactions through app. I've seen customers pushing that all interactions will be through app and no other method to contact. That will be interesting. I'm assuming then that the app, that's because everything that you're going to need can be done through the app, right? Let me see what I can find, Dennis. This is us now getting to we're not coming to the end. We're getting to the beginning of the end, I'd say. So we're doing really well. I'm going to have to remember. Let me make a note of this. SMS is where we're at. So I hope you have enjoyed that. I just want to remind everybody how you can work with me through Get Out of Rap, but also the team leader community. Hopefully by now you do know. Dennis, yes, all on the app. Easier to integrate and understand customers. True. SMS is a great proactive intervention channel along the journey, especially for interactions like Wismo, where is my order? I agree. And I will get that stat. I'm going to blame too much sun in the bank holiday. Too much sun and beer after football, probably. So I've duplicated a slide. But as always, thank you so much for joining me, sharing all of your knowledge and know how. It is a pleasure to spend this kind of 45 minutes with you. And as Phil said right at the start, it's brilliant to get our contact center geek on. So I will see you all next Tuesday. See you all, everyone. Bye bye.